Alright, so a lot has happened since the last time I recorded. Basically, we got the car garage inside, set up the tarps, set up some fluorescent lighting so that we can see what we're doing, rolled the car back, cleaned the car off, got it up on jacks. We're about to paint this thing. Probably would help to take the wheels off, give us a little bit more room to work.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get paint on the inside of those fender wells.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, if we didn't do anything there.
Yeah.
Our mix ratio is 8 to 1 to 1. We're going to make about 24 ounces of paint. So, an 8 to 1 to 1, you pour up to the 7 in paint, and then pour up to the next 7 in reducer, and then to the next 7 in hardener.
Simple enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
mix it up good, and then...
good, and then as soon as that one's empty, I can...
Well, you wanted me to walk around with you with the light, though, didn't you?
When I get to the bumpers.
Okay.
Probably going to end up... This one we might end up putting flex agent in it for the bumpers.
Well, so we'll do that first, and then the next one will be...
Nope, we're going to do the bumpers later.
You want to do those last?
Probably. Or maybe second, depends on how far this first court goes, because I'm going to move along real quick and mist it. Do the roof and probably the top part of the car and maybe the sides if I got enough. But what were you supposed to remind me of?
Ooh, did not know there was going to be a pop quiz.
No, just what you're supposed to remind me of. I'm the old guy here. Don't forget to paint the inside of the doors and under the mirrors before we move along.
Oh, the inside of the mirrors! Oh!
Yeah. Important? Why the hell do you want me to remind you of that?
No, that's very much important. That was a long time ago, okay?
Yeah.
That was about 6 hours ago. Perfect.
Damn it. Boom.
Now it's painting with Paul. Did you check what nozzle you needed?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was 1.6. Oh, how's that gonna work? That work?
Yeah.
There you go, that's all you need.
That'll filter out all the stuff.
Wow.
We're all set.
The whole look.
Good luck to your hair.
Uh-huh. I'm not going in there.
Time to paint the car. And the key to a good paint job is a steady hand. You want to be nice and smooth all the way across. Well, let's say you use that hand sometimes, but most of the time I use this one.
Oh, good. You're right in my face.
It's heading that way.
What are you thinking?
Thinking I wish we'd have put new plastic on the damn thing.
Put some new plastic on the thing?
Yeah, well, the flaking off the plastic.
Oh,
Well, not bad. Looking pretty good so far.
baby. Woo!
See nothing.
Oh no, Paul, it looks like you got some stuff on your face.
Oh yeah. Eat a lot of this.
Looks like you got a white beard.
Probably do.
Well, we did it. Well, you did it.
All I need to do is dry.
Here it is. Finally all painted. And wow, does it look really nice. There's a few blemishes here and there, but again, this is just the part of having a makeshift tent, not having an actual paint booth. You know, every single little thing has to be cleaned off, and if there's a speck of dust on it, it's going to show. So one problem we did have, unfortunately, was when we primed the car, we had masked it obviously, and when that primer dried, when we went to go actually paint the car, the air coming out of the paint gun would hit all these spots that have been masked, and it would make the primer that was sitting on it flake off and fly in the air and go right into the paint. So there's a couple of spots that you can see where this stuff just flaked right onto the paint, and it's kind of stuck there. So I don't know what we're going to do about that, but I mean, it is what it is. So if you're going to attempt this yourself, it's probably recommended, though you don't have to, you just have to pay the consequences. Remask the car between paint jobs. So primer, paint, and all that. So yeah, it looks incredible. Like, you know, we've turned a car that looks great at 30 feet away, brought it down to about 3 feet. So that's a success in my book. I can't thank Paul enough for wanting to do this with me. This is an incredible undertaking. You could do this yourself, but it is definitely something that will take a lot of time and effort, and you know, you got to have space to do it, and a decent enough air compressor to be able to keep pressure up while you're painting. A lot of this happened really fast. I wasn't able to film a whole lot because Paul had me mixing up the paint while he was also spraying in between coats. But basically, he did one fog coat where you just basically dust over it real lightly, and then you wait a couple minutes, probably about 10 minutes, and then you go through it again. You do your first coat, and then he did one more coat after that. So technically, I think it was more like three coats, one light and two regular. And then we went and did the bumpers at the end. So these require the flexing agent to be added into the paint. It's about a 10% mixture into your mix. And yeah, so I mean, it looks really good though. I mean, there's just a few spots, but you can't ask for any better, you know? It's so much better than what it looked like before, because it was pretty rough before. So at least this car now looks, you know, presentable at a car show. That's kind of the point that we were trying to get at, you know. So it's looking great though. I am very pleased with it. Very pleased. So here's where we're at right now. The hood looks slightly different than the rest of the car. It doesn't actually look too bad. It has a bit of a matte finish, a little bit foggy, and we don't know if it just was applied a little too light. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see how there's a bit of a matte finish to the hood. I don't know if we're going to try to sand it a little bit today, scuff it, and then put another coat of paint on it to see if it can shine up a little bit more. But we might even just try polishing it and see if that makes it any better. Because there seems to be a lot of just like little spots where there's like little bubbles in the paint. And I wonder if that can be sanded down just a little bit. So yeah, it looks really good though for what it is. It is much better, much better. It's funny because last night I was dreaming about how the paint did not stick to the car and it caused everything to flake off, and it was basically back to square one again, and I'm like, oh my, no! Now, of course, that's not the case. Just thought that was something funny to bring up.